you know, I love people. I love being around people and, different thoughts and different places and upbringings, you know, cultures, dialects, you know. I just love people. But at the same time, as sometimes the things that you love, you also need time away from. You know, you need space. You need distance. You know, listen. Caterpillars go in a cocoon and come out butterflies. So I don't think we preach enough about detaching to reattach, detaching, withdrawing to come again. You know what I mean? It's like, and I do understand, that theory of it's good to talk, but there's many different people that need different things. Now, there's people where 100% of their problems can be alleviated from a conversation, from talking, from expressing, from venting. And there's some people that are completely different. And I feel like I'm one of those people where if I have a problem, a situation, something that's niggling me, I need to withdraw, go into my cocoon to make sense of it all, to come back, you know. One of the things with me is I'm not good at being confused. And when I'm confused, it's like I obsess over, making sense of a situation, making sense of a matter. And sometimes it's, for lack of a better word, it's almost like it's disabling for me, you know. Thanks, welcome to everyone that's in the room, welcome to everyone that's in the chat. Hope everybody's well. Thanks for subscribing. So yeah, some people need to talk, some people need to withdraw to come back. Then they can talk, you know. So there's different strokes for different folks, as they say. But me personally, now and again, I go on a people diet / detox. You know, I need to be away from people and their thoughts and their opinions and their problems and their everything. Because, I don't know, in most of my social circles, I tend to hold the role of the sponge, and people, with love, they kind of pour all of their problems onto me and I absorb it. So for me to, get rid of it, I need to go into like my own little solitary confinement. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I appreciate you. Almost like, the guy in, is it, what's that Tom Hanks film? Is it Long Green Mile? And the guy that literally just sucks up all the problems and stuff like that. I'm not saying I can do all of that stuff, but I'm just saying like on that level, you know. But who else is the type of person that, sometimes you just need to just withdraw from people. You just need to go on a people detox, because also all these different thoughts and feelings, they're contaminating, and it's like they're pecking your head like a woodpecker. Do you know what I mean? So you just kind of need to withdraw. I do it. I've done it a good few times. There was one time before lockdown, maybe about a year, I stopped talking to everyone. All I did was go to work, come home. I spoke to my brother, one other friend, and obviously my daughter and stuff. But I really wasn't interacting. I didn't go out. You know, I just kind of kept myself to myself. I was going through some stuff that I needed to heal from, and I'm not one of those people that can heal by talking. It doesn't work for me. Talking doesn't work for me. Thanks for the love, XOXOXO. How are you? What are you doing? Where are you from? What's your thoughts on what I'm talking about? Thanks for subscribing as well. I appreciate you guys for subscribing. But yeah, and that. So and when I came back stronger, but at the same time, there are, from an extensive social detox, there are some drawbacks, because I'm struggling from the UK. I appreciate what you're talking about. Okay, nice. I'm from the UK as well. I'm living in Saudi Arabia right now, but I'm from the UK as well. What part? So there are some drawbacks from having an extensive withdrawal, because when I came back, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a conscious decision to reintegrate myself, and I had to jump in the deep end. So I went to Yorkshire. Okay, I got a family in, I think, West Yorkshire, Bradford, BD2, York. Oh, you're further up. I think I went to York. There's like an outlet, like a shopping outlet, I believe. But anyway, yeah, when I came back into society, yeah, it was tough, because I'm like around lots of people, because before it was homework, work home, going to like supermarkets, and that was it. I didn't really do much other than that. No, but so when I went to a big shopping centre just to kind of throw myself in at the deep end, and it's like, because I wasn't used to being around so many different people, it was kind of stressful at the first time. Then after that, I was thinking, you know what, I kind of forgot who I am. Yeah. I feel like up north is so much more chilled and so much more relaxed than south. Us southerners, man, we're bloody crazy. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I feel like, but now, I'm back like I never left. But this was a couple of years ago. But even now, sometimes, like, I just have to kind of switch off my phone, or get away from my phone, or just, sometimes I just don't even respond to some people. And I don't, and, it can come across rude. But it's like, no, I need my space. Like, just to know that so many people have so much access to you, it feels stifling. It feels like it chokes you up. So yeah, sometimes we just need to go on a social diet. A social and people detox, just to remove from people, because there's so many different people, and they think different. Their perspective is different. Their energy is up and down, on or off sometimes, and you're literally dodging. It's like, that Space Invaders game where they're just shooting and stuff like that. It's like you just have to keep dodging, and you're just trying to stay balanced. And there's so many different things, which in this day and age, it can really mess your balance up, like even down to stuff like watching the news. You watch the news in the morning, and depending on how you are and how sensitive you are to certain topics, something will come up that can just ruin your energy for the rest of the day. And then once your energy's ruined and it's really affected you, what are you going to do when you go to work, or you go to whatever you do, wherever you socialize? You're going to talk about that same thing that ruined your energy. So your energy's ruined, but you just want to talk. But then you're going to talk to someone else and ruin their energy. Then it's going to be a cycle of ruined energy. It's going to, and then it's almost, and everyone, like how zombies are or vampires are, where they say you bite one and then you turn into one. So it's going to be like almost like a zombie apocalypse of negative energy. A zombie apocalypse of negative energy. Everyone's just passing it on, like, and that's literally why sometimes we just need to have a people detox and stay away from people. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying people are doing it maliciously. They're not even trying to ruin your energy. They're just sharing their thoughts and feelings about a topic that they saw that really upset them. That's what they're doing. And they've seen you and you're like, oh my gosh, did you see what happened on the news? Oh my gosh, did you see what happened in the paper? Oh my gosh, you see what happened on Instagram? Do you know what I mean? Everyone is cutting people off of their lives and self-isolation. If they're cutting people off, they cut the people off that they should cut off. Because there are some people that are on your similar wavelength, And you know what? Sometimes in certain environments, in certain social circles, right, you're better off being by yourself. So if they're doing it for the greater of their good, then I'm all for it. But if they're doing it for whatever other reason, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, this zombie apocalypse of negativity. Yeah, it's not fair, man. It's not fair. You know what I mean? So, yeah, especially in this day and age, because there's so much going on. So much going on, yeah, where it's so easy to upset someone else's energy because, all of this poverty, problems, war, all of this other stuff. There's so much going on. And this is one of the reasons why I like to stay on certain topics blissfully ignorant. Like myself, blissfully ignorant. That's a goal of mine, to stay blissfully ignorant. Because, like, I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. I stay away from the paper. Most of the time, what I need to know, it will find me somehow, because, put it this way, there is so much bad going on, for sure, so much wrong happening. But I do know there's some good stuff happening too. But they put more energy into exposing the bad stuff, the scary stuff, the shit stuff, rather than, balancing. You know what I mean? Like if the news was balanced, it'd be more different. So it's like, like a shit sandwich. Like, so you got the bread, then you got some shit, then you got some good shit, then you got some good shit, and you got some more shit, and you got the bread. Like, the news need to start making some shit sandwiches. Do you know what I mean? At least make a shit sandwich. Do you know what I mean? But you can't just have bad stuff, bad stuff, bad stuff. Oh, there's a baby there. Bad stuff, bad stuff. Oh, there's a dog there. A puppy. Bad stuff, bad stuff, bad stuff. That's not balanced. It's not bloody balanced. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like to stay blissfully ignorant, and now and again, I go on a people detox. Just detox from people. And you know what? Due to the nature of my business and what I do, it's hard to detox from people. It's hard to detach because, my job and my business, I'm literally training people. I'm with people all the time. But at the same time, when they're just like, and I mean this respectfully, but clients, and then because clients, you have like a certain level or like a platform that you guys speak on, but then, depending on how close you are with them, there's still this like, there's a bit of a force field, a limit that you can cross over with them. But then there's friends and family which you're close with, the stuff and the subject matters and stuff, they can go a bit deeper. and you feel a little bit more obligated to entertain that type of conversation. But with a client, you can say, okay, listen, I gotta go now. I'm out. Deuces. Peace. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah. Yeah. Sure. So some people feel like they need a detox from people, and some people feel like they don't. So I'm curious to see why the people that don't need a detox from people, I'm curious to understand, and there's no judgment, because everybody deals with things differently, everybody, responds to things differently. Their approach to things is different, but I'm just curious to understand, the pros and the cons, because there is definitely cons from having a detox from people. If you're having a real aggressive one, there are cons. But I'm just trying to see the pros and the cons to people just saying, you know what, I just want to be around people all the time. You know what I mean? And when I say people, I'm not saying you can detox from your children if they're dependent on you. It's impossible. You know what I mean? But just people that could be around you to negatively impact or influence your day. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But thanks for subscribing though, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for hitting the like button as well. I just wish YouTube could show me who's in here, because I can see how many people's in here, but I wish YouTube could tell me who's in here and like who does what, like who hits the like button and stuff, so I could say a direct thank you to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, how are we feeling though, guys? What are we doing? What are we up to? Right now, it's about 35-degree heat, sunny Saudi Arabia. I'm about to go outside and train in the heat. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes we have to stay away from people, just sometimes. Sometimes we need our distance from people, even our loved ones. Even our loved ones. You just need a break. You need time, because name a car for an edit. What does that mean? Name a car for an edit. Mercedes. Don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah. Just to... Okay. Are you going to edit me into something? You must be a wizard then. But, yeah. People all the time. Everyone's going through things, guys. You know what I mean? Everyone's going through things. Everyone's going through things. So it's like, it's very, very hard to find a social circle or a group of people all together that are positive. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a group of 6 people, for sure, one's going to have a bad day that day. And then you're going to have to spend the rest of that day just pouring your energy into that person. And not rebuilding, but just reassuring them. But that stuff takes energy. And if you haven't got enough energy for yourself, you're going to go into an energy deficit. And then that's where you're going to have to be, you're going to be repairing your energy. So let's say you just went out for a night out with your friends to relax, to just to kind of break the cycle and break the norm, because you're a hard-working single mom or whatever. And then you just spent the whole night pouring your energy into someone else, so you just come back more tired and less fulfilled than when you was just doing the mummy stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? So sometimes maybe just going for a walk by yourself or just going to the library and chilling is sometimes more beneficial than going out with friends sometimes. And you know, it's all important, to be fair. Because again, we do need to socialize, but then we need them socializing that's going to fulfill us, not socializing that's going to drain us and rob us. Because we do, a lot of us, I'll speak for myself, I don't know about we. I know I have a social battle. And when that's drained, I don't want to socialize. I don't even want to do social media. You know, people message me on social media sometimes, or even my phone. And sometimes I just can't eat. I don't even have the energy to respond sometimes. You know? I don't have the energy to respond. And it's not about physical energy, it's like that mental and emotional energy to respond. Because, you know, most of the time when people message me, I need to help them with something. You know? Like, I need to help them with something. So, me knowing that, it's like I already don't have the energy to help myself with stuff. Or I'm just tired, you know? Or I'm just tired. So yeah, that's where it becomes hard. That's where it becomes hard. So yeah, just sometimes just switching off your phone and staying away from people just to recharge and charge back up is necessary. Where some people, I guess they get charged from being around people, you know, some people, but I guess, you know, those people probably have the right people around them that actually does charge them up, you know, because, you know, if you're not getting charged, you're getting discharged, and if you're getting discharged, then, you know, what happens when your battery's flat? You can't function. And if you got dependents, if you got people that's dependent on you, having a non-functioning you is out of the question. It's not acceptable. So it's a balance, guys. It's a balance. So when I say I need to go on a people diet or a detox from people, it's all about me recalibrating and balancing myself so I can do what I need to do for the people I need to do it for. You know, so I can do what I need to do for the people I need to do it for. You know what I mean? That's what I'm on about. Yeah. I don't do it to be selfish. You know, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being selfish. You know, if I don't do for me, if I don't take these steps or these measures, then I won't be able to do what I need to do or, you know, fulfill what I need to fulfill. So what's wrong with being selfish, actually? Even nature is selfish. Hunters, they normally hunt, eat enough and give the rest to their kids. They don't eat everything, but they eat first. They eat enough because if they give it to their kids or their cubs, then they won't have enough energy for them to hunt and kill again. And if they can't hunt and kill again, everybody does. Because they're the breadwinners. They're the ones that bring the food. So putting yourself first isn't a bad thing. I don't know why we emphasize on, oh, you're selfish. Thank you. I'm supposed to be. The first law of nature is self-preservation. Once I preserve myself, I can preserve the rest. You know, the first law of nature. The first thing they want to do is survive. Once they survive, the rest can thrive. I'll leave it there.